Hey, g'day all. Okay, as you can see, we've got the boat in the shed, and yeah, I've started sanding it and whatever. I've had to modify my rotisserie a bit. I found that when I tipped it, that the ends were sliding in and out, and I couldn't locate the bolts and the holes. So yeah, just drilled the hole through here and threaded it. The bolt acts as a guide. So I've got it so that it's pushing out on both ends. So yeah, like it's not going to slide in. It's pushing out. So yeah, it just needs one stopper. Couldn't actually do that at the back because of the position it was in. Didn't come out far enough, so I just welded a chunk of steel on there. Still got to drill some more holes. I haven't drilled the holes to have it completely upside down yet, or to tip to the other side either. So yeah, a few more holes to be drilled in it. I've didn't realise at first exactly what sort of boat it is. I mean, I should have, because it's got a rudder fitting. I knew that when I was making the rotisserie, because I've got it hooked into the rudder fitting. But yeah, I thought, why would it have a rudder when it hasn't got an engine? And then, because up here this was just all taped up with duct tape, and then I realised what it is. That's a mast holder. And there were, these short blocks either side, which have obviously didn't stay on there. But they were glued together, and they had one screw coming up in between the two, which hasn't held, but yeah, as I said, this is a trailer sailor, and trailer sailor, because it doesn't have a big deep keel, so yeah. But what I've decided to do here, because I was one of these pieces missing anyway. There's only three, supposed to be four, but yeah, they're a bit silly having the little pieces glued together. So yeah, I've got the planer out again. This actually belongs to the owner of the boat, the planer. So, but sort of glad I hadn't taken it back yet. But yeah, so I've planed up a bit of timber, because timber's hardwood. I don't have any Huon pine. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. The hardwood's better anyway, it's stronger. So eucalyptus hardwood. So yeah, planed out down to the right size, and I'll cut it off. Not sure if I'll cut the centre out of it, like cut two pieces and mount them separately, or just mount it as one piece and then cut it and shape it afterwards, after it's all glued and screwed and the glue's dry for a few days. So, but, I think that'll be the best idea, is to position it and then cut it and shape it afterwards, like a few days after, once the glue's already dried. I started sanding the seats. Like it won't be, this is the thing, the outside, I'll fully sand. But when you get onto the inside here, trying to sand in around all the ribs, and to do it 100% perfect, you'd be here for 6 months. You'd be an hour on each little pocket, or more. Just trying to get it all cleaned up. So where it's where the lacquer's flaking, I'll be using some paint strip on that and just scraping it. And I'll anything that's really rough, I'll sort of go over with the emery, but other than that, that'll just pretty much get cleaned and lacquered as is. All the internals of the bait after, yeah, just, as I said, I'll get off any flaking paint. And yeah, even on the seats, I started sanding it, and yeah, you can take the weathered timber off the top, which is what I've done here. I've got it all smooth. Well, it mightn't sort of look like it much, but the light's not really giving you a colour. But yeah, the staining from the weathering, it goes really, really deep. You know, you'd have to take like 5mm off the timber to get rid of all that staining, to bring it back to original looking timber. And yeah, for one, yeah, don't see it warrants that much time to start with, and you're also making everything thinner. And what you end up with is, yeah, when you get up to here, that the brace is no longer sitting flush with the top. You know, that's what you end up with, is this ridge around everything that's molded to it. So you don't want that either. So yeah, but I got out I bought some lacquer, because yeah, there's a major price difference in lacquer. You can pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for boat lacquer. But yeah, this is one I got from Bunnings, and that was the cheapest a lot. Still over $100, but yeah. So, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I tested it up here, and just brushed a little bit on just to see how it come out, and yeah, it sort of darkens it, gives it a nice colour. Quite like that. And this is sort of pretty much how it's going to finish, you know. As I said, I thought about, you know, sanding the discoloration out, but yeah, you said you'd have to take off like 5mm of timber to do it. And yeah, as I explained before, there's a good reason not to do that. Up here, I probably will. I'm going to take a little more off that. And the issue is, like, to take that down further, I've got to take down the other side, you know, do it fairly sort of even, try and get the colour, because that just shows that I had a piece of wood or something sitting on top of it for years and years. And yeah, it just looks unnatural. So yeah, so I might take a bit more of that yet, try and at least spread it out a bit, so it doesn't, so that you can't immediately see that it's had something sitting on top of it for years and cause that discoloration. So yeah, try and make a little bit sort of natural. But yeah, you know, like in a way, by not taking it back to the original colour, timber colour, it's sort of gives it a bit of character, I think, and yeah, makes it look antiquey. And yeah, this is Huon Point. Wasn't sure at first, but yeah, as soon as I started sanding it, yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, wish I had. I had some way of that I could allow you to smell it, you know. But yeah, because yeah, it's a very, very distinct smell, Huon Point, and yeah, it probably means this boat's a lot older too than what it looks, because yeah, that's the whole of why it's still in this good condition. You know, if this was made out of any other timber, it would probably have a fair bit of rot in it by now. But yeah, Huon Pine, if you don't know about Huon Pine is native to Tasmania. You only get it, and it comes from Tasmania, nowhere else in the world. and it's only from a small region in the southwest of Tasmania that it actually grows. And it's a very oily timber, and the pests, pests that normally eat timber don't like it. I've actually heard of people using Huon pine shavings as a preservative, sprinkling it around places where they don't want wood bugs to get, because they don't like it. But also being oily, it doesn't absorb water as quickly as most timber, and it doesn't rot as quickly either. They've had to stop the harvest of Huon pine, and that is a good thing, because as I said, it's only it's unique to one small area of Tasmania, so nowhere, it doesn't grow anywhere else in the world, and it takes Huon pines, or so we're told, 500 years to mature. And they did harvest quite a lot of it, but it did have to cease. You can't just wipe it out. And there's a few left in the forest, and it's a good thing. So I'm all for the timber industry, but you got to be sensible about it. I said you can't wipe out a species of a tree that's unique like this. That like some of these trees down here that they'll be thousands of years old. So but the thing about that is that anything made from Huon pine has increased dramatically in value. So this boat, also being a trailer sailor, it should actually be quite valuable when it's cleaned up. And anyway, that's enough of a ramble. And I'll give you a progress update when we get a bit further down the track. A few more days. And, something else I want to mention. If you hadn't watched the video on the last boat, I made some frames that sit into the rowlocks, metal pieces that slip in there and pin into place the bolt to a piece of timber. And that was so that after I'd finished the inside, I could turn it over and sit it upside down without it touching any of the inside or any of the tops or anywhere, with fresh paint. And it could stay like that. It could, being upside down, it's not going to fill up with water, and being off the ground, like they're a foot high. So being a foot off the ground, it stops moisture sort of building up on the inside as well. So just means you don't have to be all that fussy about covering them up or anything like that. I mean, you throw a tarp over, I suppose, anyway, but it basically helps protect it. But the other thing too is that by doing that, as soon as you finish the inside and it's dry enough to handle it and turn it over, you finish the inside and you don't have to touch it again. You can just pick it up by the framework and deliver it, sit it back on the ground without taking any risks on scratching or marking any of it. The drama I've got with this is the rowlocks are all forward. There's nothing at the back end of the boat. And I don't want to drill holes in anything, put screws into anything, or have it resting on anything that's freshly painted. So I'm sort of at a bit of a loss as to how I'm going to put this back piece of frame on yet, but I'll figure something out. Anyway, so rather nice little boat this. Quite like it. So we'll keep you posted if you're interested, and yeah, catch you next time. Bye.